Kids Learning Tube is creating personalized birthday videos. If you're interested in a personalized birthday video, please contact me at kidslearningtube@gmail.com.
Kids Learning Tube. We are the human organs, introduced to you by size. We all have our own videos, but here we compromise. We all work together to keep you healthy and clean. The best that you can do for us is watch what you eat.
I'm the Pinot Glam, I'm 172 milligrams. I am a small endocrine gland, so you understand. Located within the brain, I produce melatonin, which modulates sleep patterns. Getting lots of sleep helps you win.
We are your eyes, together we weigh 15 grams. We're made up of 3 layers in any woman or man. Where are we located? We're in the front of your skull. We see the world around you to make things less dull.
I am a thyroid, 25 grams is my weight. I'm a butterfly-shaped gland in the front of your neck to locate. I secrete several hormones that do regulate the heart and digestive function and your metabolic rate. I am your gallbladder, 42 grams is my size. I sit under the liver, that is where I do reside. I store the bile produced by the liver, it's what I do after you eat. I'm flat but before you eat, I'm full of bile, it's true. I am your bladder, 42 grams is what I weigh. I'm located in your pelvis, in the lower abdomen I stay. I store your urine, made by the kidneys. It travels down tubes called ureters, well, it's filling me. I'm your tongue, my weight is 70 grams, you know. Located within the mouth, I taste like a pro. I'm a muscular organ in most vertebrates. I manipulate food for mastication, then I'm used to swallow it. I'm called the pancreas, my weight is 80 grams. You see, across the back of the abdomen, behind the stomach's where I'll be. I'm part of the digestive system and I produce insulin and other enzymes and hormones that break down foods digested within. I'm a spleen, 150 grams is my weight, it's obscene. I'm located under the rib cage above the stomach, it's where I be. I'm the largest organ in the lymphatic system, you see. I keep your bodily fluids balanced, but you can live without me.
Where your kidneys, 300 grams is our weight on average. Located in the upper abdominal area, we're like bean-shaped baggage. We extract waste from blood, balance bodily fluids and form urine, and aid in other important functions of the body within.
I'm your heart, 11 ounces, I'm about in size. I'm just behind and slightly to the left of the breastbone, I'm surprised. I pump blood through your body, supplying nutrients and oxygen to the tissues, and I remove carbon dioxide while I'm pumping. I am your stomach, 2 pounds in weight I am. I'm located on the left side of the upper abdomen. I secrete acid and enzymes that digest all of your food before passing it along to the small intestine for absorption. This is true.
We are your lungs, together we weigh 2.9 pounds. Located on either side of your chest, it's where we hang around. We supply oxygen to the body and take carbon dioxide away. This is called respiration, it's a vital role we play. I'm your brain, 3 pounds is around what I typically weigh. I'm located within your cranium, or your head is where I stay. I control your thoughts, memory, speech, and movement, and the functions of many organs of the body within. We're the intestines, 7.5 pounds, we're pretty heavy. Located in your abdominal body cavity. Our job's to absorb most of the nutrients from what you eat and drink. If you stretch us out, we'd be 25 feet in length, and we're late.
I am the skin, I make up 20 pounds in body weight. I cover your whole body body and protect you because I'm great. I protect you from impacts and pressure and variations in temperature, microorganisms, chemicals, and radiation. I'm your skeleton, 30 pounds of bone. I be from your head to your toes, located within your body. My 6 major functions are support, movement, and protection, production of blood cell, storage of minerals, and endocrine regulation. I'm your muscles, I'm 70 pounds, the largest. I'm attached to your skeleton by muscle fibers, it's a must. I change posture, locomotion, and movement of internal organs, such as heart contraction and the movement of food through the digestive system.
We are the human organs, introduced to you by size. We all have our own videos, but here we compromise. We all work together to keep you healthy and clean. The best that you can do for us is watch what you eat.
We are your eyes. We are your eyes. Our job's to see the world around you. Your most important sensory organ times 2. Let's take a look into your eye to see of what they are comprised. Then we'll learn about the roles that they do play. The crystal clear transparent layer is called the cornea. It lets us see the colored iris every day. The black center in your iris is called your pupil, which brings us to the focus of your lens. Then we travel through your vitreous humor. It's a clear jelly-like tissue, my friends. The retina makes up about 65% of the inside of your eye, you should know. Your optic nerve can be found at the back of your eye. Onto the brain is where your nerve will go. We are your eyes. We are your eyes. Our job's to see the world around you. Your most important sensory organ times 2. Some cool facts about your eyes. They're about the same size as when you're born to when you're fully grown. Your retina, it has millions of photoreceptors, but you only have 2 types called rods and cones. The rods are way more sensitive but cannot tell colors and are mostly used when light is really low. Your cones are mostly active in a higher light and can recognize all colors, now you know. Your eyes each have 6 muscles to help move them around, the superior and inferior oblique. Then the medial and lateral rectus and superior and inferior rectus are not weak. We are your eyes. We are your eyes. Our job's to see the world around you. Your most important sensory organ times 2. When the light enters your eyes, through the cornea it flies. Then your iris decides what it should do. If the light is really bright, the iris closes real tight. But if the light is dim, it opens wide for you. The iris regulates the pupil's light intake, so you can see in day and also in low light. Your lens stretches and retracts to focus what you're looking at, so you can clearly see the objects around you. Then the retina's rods and cones take the light impulse as shown and sends it through the optic nerve to the brain. The brain takes all that information and makes the final picture, so take care of your eyes, please don't let them strain. We are your eyes. We are your eyes. Our job's to see the world around you. Your most important sensory organ times 2. I am your gallbladder. I am a sac-shaped organ you see. I am a gallbladder. Your liver stores its bile in me. My surface is smooth
color, now you know that much. And I have several parts. The right and left hepatic ducts are where we will start. Here's the common hepatic duct. Then the cystic duct sits where it is tucked. Then we move to the neck, which is attached to the body and the rounded fundus. To the common bile duct and the pancreatic duct, that is what I'm made of. I am your gallbladder. I am a sac-shaped organ you see. I am a gallbladder. Your liver stores its bile in me. I act as a reservoir by storing the bile that your liver does pour. This bile is made and used to break down fats from all eaten foods. When your food leaves your stomach, it passes through the duodenum. Now that is a fact. That is when I began to work, passing the digestive bile through the common bile duct. When this bile is out of me, I flatten like a deflated balloon, you see. Then the liver, it does the rest. And when you're done digesting food, that's when I ingest all the new bile to store that the body waits to use. That is what I am for. I am your gallbladder. I am a sac-shaped organ you see. I am a gallbladder. Your liver stores its bile in me. I am your gallbladder. I am a sac-shaped organ you see. I am a gallbladder. Your liver stores its bile in me.
I'm a muscular sac, I'm called your bladder. I carry urine from your body straight down into the potty. I'm a muscular sac, I'm called your bladder. Your kidneys make your water waste into stored in just one place. Your bladder is the size of a pear when empty, and is made of all the parts that you're about to see. Here's a picture of the bladder's anatomy, located in the anterior pelvis happy. The peritoneum covers the upper posterior surface. It's the serous membrane, and I'm glad you're learning all this. The ureters bring urine waste from the kidneys. Smooth muscles move it down using peristalsis, you see. Urine enters the bladder through ureteral openings and fills the bladder up like a leaky ground spring. The detrusor muscle controls the bladder's fluid flow, lined with inner mucosa encased in outer membrane though. The urethral sphincter allows all the waste urine into the urethra where urination does begin. The external urethral sphincter is what you control to allow the amount of urine you put in the toilet bowl. I'm a muscular sac, I'm called your bladder. I carry urine from your body straight down into the potty. I'm a muscular sac, I'm called your bladder. Your kidneys make your water waste into stored in just one place. Your kidneys filter all the blood in your body. If you want to learn more, watch my video on kidneys. When water waste separates from the kidneys, it will exit your ureter, start the process of peristalsis. This process moves the urine to where it should be stored, to the bladders where it's headed. I hope you're not bored. When the urine reaches your ureteral opening, the detrusor muscle relaxes while the bladder's filling. When your bladder is full, it stretches its walls, and stretch receptors tell your brain the urine must fall. The brain tells the detrusor muscle to contract, while the internal urethral sphincter opens. That's a fact. The external urethral sphincter relaxes as well,
I carry urine from your body straight down into the body. I'm a muscular sac, I'm called your bladder. Your kidneys make your water waste and have stored in just one place.
What's that taste? Well, it's your tongue, a muscular organ in everyone. I'm kind of rough with lots of bumps. I always work hard to get my job done. Your tongue is covered in a pink tissue called mucosa. Its main job is to protect deeper tissue when you gnaw. The rough parts of your tongue are called the lingual papillae. They are the small bumps that store taste buds so you enjoy food all day. There are 4 different types of your tongue's papillae. They're named the filiform, foliate, fungiform, and circumvallate. The frenum is the tether of the front bottom of tongues. It holds your tongue in place so your mouth can move freely while it runs. The back of your tongue is anchored by the hyoid bone. The tongue is vital for many things I will show. What's that taste? Well, it's your tongue, a muscular organ in everyone. I'm kind of rough with lots of bumps. I always work hard to get my job done. The muscles in your tongue are a few we will discuss. The stylohyoangio, all end in glossus. Then the genio and stylohyoideus. Learning these muscles of your tongue, yeah, it is a must. Your tongue's main job's to help you chew and swallow all your food. It also helps you speak all words to express your present mood. The common amount of taste that your tongue can recognize are the 4. I will tell you, it may come as a surprise. Sweet, sour, bitter, and salty are the 4, but sometimes you taste a 5th called umami I adore. What's that taste? Well, it's your tongue, a muscular organ in everyone. I'm kind of rough with lots of bumps. I always work hard to get my job done. When you bite into your food, the chemicals from foods release sensates into the taste papilla, to the taste buds that run deep. Sensory cells transform chemicals into nerve signals that are sent into the brain through the nerve fibers. They do go. When the signals reach your brain, that information is passed through your cranial nerves to the brain stem really fast. Your medulla oblongata takes all those signals and sends them to the limbic and cortical systems. You should know. Perception and emotion are then formed for what you ate, then mixed with smells and texture, which create this thing called taste. What's that taste? Well, it's your tongue, a muscular organ in everyone. I'm kind of rough with lots of bumps. I always work hard to get my job done.
I am your pancreas, I'm about 6 inches long. I sit behind your stomach, across the back of your abdomen. The anatomy of your pancreas is the first thing I'll explain. There are 4 main parts to me, and a 5th that it will gain. We'll start with the tail, which sits to the left of your abdomen. This is connected to the body, onto the neck it does extend. The neck's attached to the head, which is the 4th main part that you see, which can be split into 2 parts as I explain the parts of me. When you split up the head proper is what's on top. Then the unsynaptic process is at the bottom where it drops. There are 2 main ducts in the pancreas. You see the pancreatic duct and pancreatic duct accessory. I am your pancreas, I'm about 6 inches long. I sit behind your stomach, across the back of your abdomen. The 2 functions of your pancreas that perform day to day are called the endocrine and exocrine to keep you all healthy. Let's talk about the endocrine system in your pancreas. It releases 2 main hormones from the islets of Langerhans. Insulin and glucagon are the hormones that release. They keep your blood glucose real stable so your cells have energy. Now the exocrine system produces digestive enzymes through the pancreatic lymphatic duct to the duodenum line. The job of the enzymes is to help digest all your food, so it's easily absorbed by the small intestine in you. So take care of your pancreas so it continues to work well, so your food keeps digesting and sends glucose to fuel your cells. I am your pancreas, I'm about 6 inches long. I sit behind your stomach across the back of your abdomen. I am your pancreas, I'm about 6 inches long. I sit behind your stomach across the back of your abdomen. I am your spleen. You will learn what this means. I am purple, 5 inches long, and I'm shaped like a bean. I'm your spleen. You will learn what this means. I produce antibodies and I keep your blood clean. I'm the spleen, the largest organ in the lymphatic system. You don't need me, but if removed from your body, you'll be more prone to infection. The spleen is located under the rib cage above the stomach, here in the upper left quadrant of the abdomen, the space I share. What's the anatomy of the spleen? Yeah, the spleen's parts. I will teach you this now while you look at the splenic work of art. Here you see the splenic hilum and the gastric surface. There's the pancreatic and renal surface. Now repeat this. The splenic artery supplies oxygenated blood to the spleen, and the splenic vein drains the blood from the spleen, if you know what I mean. Let's take a look inside the spleen to learn more of its parts. There are 2 main types of tissue in me, and that's where we'll start. The first main tissue is called the red pulp. Of this I will tell. It filters blood of antigens, microorganisms, and defective red blood cells. The second main tissue is called white pulp. We'll view this as well. It's part of the immune system, mainly made up of white blood cells. The trabeculae of the spleen is the framework within, which is attached to the capsule. It surrounds the spleen and it's thin. Vascular sinusoids are wide vessels that drain into pulp veins. We'll learn how this all works, but first let's sing again. I am your spleen. You will learn what this means. I am purple, 5 inches long, and I'm shaped like a bean. I'm your spleen. You will learn what this means. I produce antibodies and I keep your blood clean. All the functions of your spleen are really complex, but I'll explain the basic functions in the next few steps. Red blood cells last 120 days, delivering oxygen to your body. When they're damaged, entering the spleen, recycled is what they'll be. Healthy cells flow through, but those that are in their unhealthy stages are broken down by large white blood cells that are called macrophages. This all happens in the red pulp tissue that we talked about. These macrophages' main job is to filter all the damaged cells out. These old red blood cells are turned into conjugated bilirubin, which is excreted through bile out of your body. Then the white pulp consists entirely of lymphoid tissue. Here I will explain the basics of what it does for you. When you get sick or have some sort of nasty disease, the lymphoid tissue within the white pulp sets your body at ease. It creates white blood cells to fight off the sickness, and then it also makes antibodies that bind to specific antigens. Both white blood cells and antibodies fight sickness and disease, enabling them to be cleared from the circulation in your body. The spleen stores up to a cup of blood for your safety, ready to be released if there's a significant loss of blood. You see, many platelets are also stored within the blood in the spleen to help form blood clots to prevent further blood loss, if you know what I mean. Please take care of your body so you don't get sick, and if you do, the spleen will be there to help you fix it. I am your spleen. You will learn what this means. I am purple, 5 inches long, and I'm shaped like a bean. I'm your spleen. You will learn what this means. I produce antibodies and I keep your blood clean. We are not kidding, see, we are your kidneys. The upper abdominal is where we will be. The right and left kidneys do all sorts of cool things you'll see. Please pay close attention, this lesson is free. One fact about your kidneys is they filter all your blood so free. Through the nephrons there's about 1 million in each kidney. The kidney shaped just like a bean, it's about the size of the fist you see, and its top is covered by your adrenal gland. The adrenal gland's made of two parts, a cortex and the medulla. These parts produce certain hormones your body needs. The renal vein and artery are what bring blood to and from us. See, they're attached to us right near where the ureters be. Kidneys create hormones that tell the body to make more red blood cells. They also regulate your liquids and nutrients real well. We are not kidding, see, we are your kidneys. The upper abdominal is where we will be. The right and left kidneys do all sorts of cool things you'll see. Please pay close attention, this lesson is free. Dirty blood's pumped into kidneys through your renal arteries, which comes directly from your heart's aortic artery. The blood then moves to your segmental and smaller arteries, which pumps blood to be filtered by your nephrons that you see. Your nephron's job is to filter and expel waste from your blood. Then that water waste is sent down to the renal medulla, collecting dirt, smooth wastewater to the renal papilla. Then through the renal pelvis to the ureters like a straw. Ureters take the wastewater that we all call urine and carries it to your bladder. To the toilet it goes in. Clean filtered blood returns to your body once again through your renal vein so it can start its journey once again. We are not kidding, see, we are your kidneys. The upper abdominal is where we will be. The right and left kidneys do all sorts of cool things you'll see. Please pay close attention, this lesson is free. I'm your heart, I live inside of your chest. I'm about the size of your fist, and I never take a rest. I'm your heart, you couldn't live without me. I pump the blood that fuels your body, so take care of me please. The human heart is made up of four major chambers in me. The right atrium and right ventricle are the first two you see. They receive blood that's low in oxygen from your whole body and sends it to your lungs through your pulmonary artery. The lungs fill blood with oxygen that your left atrium receives and flows through the left ventricle to the aortic arteries. I'm your heart, I live inside of your chest. I'm about the size of your fist, and I never take a rest. I'm your heart, you couldn't live without me. I pump the blood that fuels your body, so take care of me please. I can beat more than 100,000 times in one day, pumping about 2,000 gallons of blood through your body. There is about 60,000 miles of vessels in your circulatory system. I always keep them full. I have four valves that open and close that control the blood through me. The tricuspid, pulmonic, mitral, and aortic valves you see. I'm your heart, I live inside of your chest. I'm about the size of your fist, and I never take a rest. I'm your heart, you couldn't live without me. I pump the blood that fuels your body, so take care of me please. I am your stomach, I'm full of acid, and I digest all of your food. I am your stomach, my job is massive. Now join me to learn all the things that I do. When you swallow what you eat, your esophagus works with me to bring the food you eat in a wave motion to me. It contracts and it relaxes until all your food passes. This process is called peristalsis, you see. The esophageal sphincter is where all consumed will linger. It's the doorway that will open into me. When the sphincter lets food pass, it closes tight and pretty fast, so your stomach juice and food remain in me. I am your stomach. We are your lungs. We love to keep your body going. We provide the oxygen to fuel your cells so they keep flowing. We're your lungs, part of the respiratory system. You can find us in your chest. Keeping us healthy is your mission. It starts in your mouth and in your nasal cavity. When you take in a breath of air, it fills your trachea, you see. Your trachea is there to move the air that you breathe into the bronchus in your lungs. They look just like little trees, small branches called bronchioles. They guide the air through me, which pulls it to these little sacs, and they're called alveoli. We are your lungs. We love to keep your body going. We provide the oxygen to fuel your cells so they keep flowing. We're your lungs, part of the respiratory system. You can find us in your chest. Keeping us healthy is your mission. The alveoli's job is to take oxygen from air and pass it through the walls of capillaries to blood cells in there. They also take carbon dioxide off of your blood cells, which travels through your respiratory system so you can feel well. The right lung has an upper, middle, and a lower lobe. The left lung only has the upper and the lower lobe, you know. We are your lungs. We love to keep your body going. We provide the oxygen to fuel your cells so they keep flowing. We're your lungs, part of the respiratory system. You can find us in your chest. Keeping us healthy is your mission. I'm your brain, part of the central nervous system. Your cranium's my home, and if you wanna learn, then listen. I'm the boss of all the functions in your body. I weigh about 3 pounds, but I'm the leader of the party. The cerebrum controls your thinking and your muscles. It also stores all memories. Without it, you would struggle. The left cerebrum controls the right side of the body, and the right cerebrum controls the left, though it is tiny. The cerebellum controls your posture and your balance. The coordination of your movement is also its talent. It's located in the lower back of your brain. It is rounded in structure, as I've gone on to explain. I'm your brain, part of the central nervous system. Your cranium's my home, and if you wanna learn, then listen. I'm the boss of all the functions in your body. I weigh about 3 pounds, but I'm the leader of the party. Your brain stem is at the bottom of your brain, connecting brain to spinal cord to form a neural signal train. Your brainstem maintains vital control of your heart and lungs. It controls important reflexes to make sure your body runs. Your pineal gland produces all your precious melatonin, which can help you sleep at night and makes you wake up in the morning. I'm your brain, part of the central nervous system. Your cranium's my home, and if you wanna learn, then listen. I'm the boss of all the functions in your body. I weigh about 3 pounds, but I'm the leader of the party. I am your small intestine. Come journey with me, part of your digestive system. In your tummy happy. I am a 20-foot long hollow tube, you see. I absorb all of the nutrients that you will need. From your pyloric sphincter, your chime enters me into my duodenum. It's my first part of 3. Your duodenum's job is a critical one. It gets your partially digested food ready for absorption. Your liver, pancreas, and your gallbladder secrete the chemicals that mix with your chime matter, preparing your chime to be passed to your jejunum. This is where your small intestine starts the absorption. I am your small intestine. Come journey with me, part of your digestive system. In your tummy happy. I am a 20-foot long hollow tube, you see. I absorb all of the nutrients that you will need. Now your jejunum is your second segment. That's where most of your food's nutrients is absorbed in I am your large intestine, though I'm shorter than your small. I'm called your large intestine due to my expanded walls. I'm made up of 10 different parts, all connected into one. We'll start at the tip of your appendix, attached to your cecum. The next part of my tubular shape is the ascending colon, which leads to the hepatic flexure, so you're learning in this song. Your transverse colon runs across your entire abdomen, then turns at your splenic flexure onto the descending colon. Your curved S-shaped sigmoid colon leads to your rectum, which is where your fecal matter meets your anus in your bum. I am your large intestine, though I'm shorter than your small. I'm called your large intestine due to my expanded walls. Let me tell you how I work and a little bit about me. I'm only 5 feet in length, but I'm wide, which is why I'm called large C. My most important job is absorbing water from your chime. If I didn't perform this function, you'd have loose stools all the time. Millions of bacteria do live inside of me. An important one is E. coli. Its job is very key. E. coli breaks down all the chime that your body can digest and produces vitamin K that regulates blood clotting at its best. Another important job that your large intestine has to play, yeah, it excretes all your waste to help your body stay healthy. I am your large intestine, though I'm shorter than your small. I'm called your large intestine due to my expanded walls. Hello, I'm your skeleton. As you can plainly see, here's some of the 206 bones in the human body. As a baby, you start out with about 300 different bones. That's a lot considering many fuse when you are grown. 206 bones is what you have as an adult. Due to all the fusion your bones do, this is the result. Ligaments hold the ends of your bones together. This is true when muscles attach a bone with tendons, connective tissue. Tendons and ligaments connect to bones on either side of a joint, holding bones together tightly, that is the point. Bone marrow is a soft and spongy tissue found inside some bones. Bone marrow stroma stem cells are called mesenchymal. Mesenchymal stem cells are two colors, yellow and red. The yellow color produces fat bone in your cartilage. The red color produces white and red blood cells. It also makes the platelets that cause clotting to stop bleeding well. Hello, I'm your skeleton. As you can plainly see, here's some of the 206 bones in the human body. Let's focus on some of the major bones in the human body. We'll start at the top of the cranium, which is called your skull, you see. Then we'll move down to the mandible. It helps you chew your food. Onto the clavicle, also called the collarbone on you. Here we have the sternum, which connects all your ribs. Here's the pelvis, it's your midsection, which gives you your hips. Connected to your pelvis is the biggest bone in the body. It's called the femur, and it is also the strongest bone you'll see. Right below it are the tibia and fibula on you. They work together to hold your feet on your body. This is true. Let's not forget the humerus bone on the upper arm. It's attached to the radius and ulna that form your forearm. Your hand is made up of about 27 bones. We'll focus on those in another one of my songs, Catchy Tones. Hello, I'm your skeleton. As you can plainly see, here's some of the 206 bones Let's move to the posterior or the backside of you. First thing you'll notice is the spinal column. I'll break that down too. The cervical vertebrae, also known as your neck, is made up of 7 bones to help keep your head in check. Then the thoracic vertebrae is made up of 12 bones. It's the longest stretch of your spinal column that is shown. Then there's the lumbar vertebrae on your lower back. It's an arch and a very important bony stack. Onto your sacrum, it's attached to your pelvis. Then the spine ends with the fusion of bones called the coccyx. Please take care of your bones and keep them healthy and strong. They give you structure in your life to help you live really long. Hello, I'm your skeleton. As you can plainly see, here's some of the 206 bones in the human body. I am a myocyte, your muscles are made up of me. Here's some of the 650 muscles in the human body. We'll start with the deltoids that sit on the shoulders of your arms. There are 3 parts to your deltoid that I'll teach you with some charm. The interior fibers are on the front side of you, while the lateral fibers sit on the top of the shoulders, that's 2. The third part's called posterior, that sits on your back. All 3 make up your deltoid muscles. Now how about that? The next muscle we'll look at are the pectorals on your chest. There are 2 parts to this muscle that I hope you never rest. There's a pectoral minor, which is connected to your ribs. Then the pectoral major, it makes your chest look really big. On the upper arm is your bicep, they help you lift heavy things. The bicep brachii long head sits on the outside while I sing, while the bicep brachii short head lets you lift things with no harm. We'll take a look at the triceps on the backside of your arm. There's a lateral long and medial head, which make up the 3 parts that concludes the triceps. Very complex anatomy. I am a myocyte, your muscles are made up of me. Here's some of the 650 muscles in the human body. Let's look at the abdominals that sit on your tummy. This is a pair of 4 muscles, when flexed are very bumpy. Hey, there's the obliques, they keep your sides really strong. There is the internal oblique muscle that supports your abdomen. The external oblique muscle helps with your side bend. Let's look at your gluteus maximus on your rear end. It's the largest muscle in your body, this is true, my friend. It keeps you standing upright and it helps you to ascend. The quadriceps are located on the front side of your thigh. There are 4 muscles that make up the quads that you do rely. The rectus femoris is the first muscle in line, while the vastus lateralis sits to the far outside. Vastus intermedius sits under the rectus, and vastus medialis makes the 4th in your quadriceps. I am a myocyte, your muscles are made up of me. Here's some of the 650 muscles in the human body. Now let's focus on the hamstrings. There are 3 muscles we'll see. Biceps femoris muscle is on the outside of the 3. The semitendinosus makes up the middle part, while the semimembranosus is the inner on the chart. The gastrocnemius, also known as the calf, is made of the lateral and medial heads, 2 halves. So take care of your muscles because they're all made of me. I am microscopic bone grouped, I am real strong, you see. I am a myocyte, your muscles are made up of me. Here's some of the 650 muscles in the human body. Kids learn it too.